Hello everyone and welcome to the course of Database Management System. In this video, we will be seeing the definition of Database Management System and its functionalities. Database Management System is a system to manage the database. And here, managing could be either storing of data or retrieval of data from the database. Now, let us look into the proper definition of Database Management System. Database Management System is a system, or it is a software, or I can say it is a collection of programs that enables users or that allows the users to create and maintain the database. So, this is very simple definition. Now, let us move on to the functionalities of Database Management System. Database Management System allows users to define the database, to construct the database, manipulate and share the database. Now, defining the database involves specifying the data type for the data that we are going to store in the database, and also specifying the structures and constraints for the data. Now, constraint is nothing but the limits on the data. Like for example, if I have age as the data to be stored, then I can have a constraint, say age greater than 18. So, only if age is greater than 18, then only the data can be stored in the database. So, that is what we call as a constraint. The next functionality, constructing the database, is nothing but the process of storing data on some storage medium, or in other words, I can say it is a storage of data. So, when the data is stored, a database is being constructed. The next functionality is manipulation of database, which includes functions like querying the database to retrieve or to get any data that the user needs. It also allows the users to update the database and for generating the reports. The next functionality is sharing the database, which allows multiple users and programs to access the database concurrently or simultaneously. Or in other words, I can say many users can access or share the same database at the same time in an efficient manner. So, these are the main functionalities that DBMS provides. Next, we look into an illustration of a database system environment. So, here we have the users or the programmers who writes queries or programs. And these queries or programs are processed by the database system or database software. And then, based on the processed queries, the database software access the stored data in the database. That is, it accesses the stored database as well as it accesses the metadata. As we have already seen, metadata is the database definition. So, this is a simple illustration of database system environment where users write their queries and it is processed by the DBMS software. And based on the processed queries, DBMS software accesses the stored database as well as the metadata. As we discussed in the outline, finally, to understand a database and its functionalities, we will be taking an example of a university database that stores the student and course information. So, here I have taken three tables. The first one is the student table, which holds information about the students in that university. The second table is the course table, which holds information about courses available. And the third table is a grade report table, which contains information about the grades received by each student in a particular course. As we have seen earlier, the four functionalities provided by the DBMS, let's try to understand those functionalities better with this example. As we learn, defining a database involves specifying the data type, structures and constraints for the data that we are going to store in the database. So, here specifying the structure of each record means specifying the different types of data elements present in that particular record. So here we have three records: the student record, the course record, and the grade report record. And these columns are called as data elements in each record. Now specifying a data type would be, now for example, the student name, roll number. I can say the data type should be a string of characters, or for data element roll number, I can say data type should be an integer, and so on. And we have already discussed what is a constraint is. I can give a constraint on the student name saying that student name cannot be a null. So this is all about defining the database. The next functionality is constructing the database. Is nothing but storing data. So once the data is being stored, a database is being constructed. Then we saw database manipulation as the next functionality, which involves querying and updating the database. Examples of querying would be listing all students in CS branch in that university, or listing the grades received by particular student of each course. And then we saw sharing the database, where this particular database can be shared by many users at the same time in an efficient manner. So this is very simple example of database that I have taken to help you understand what a database is and also to understand its functionalities. With this, we come to the end of this video. Hope you all have understood the basic introduction to DBMS. Thank you.